Hey folks, this week on Once a Mallard, Always a Mallard, we have former Mallard player and Sligo native, Steve Feeney. Steve, good to have you on. How are you?
I'm good, William. Yeah, thanks for having me on. Look
Not
forward to it.
bad. First question, I suppose, what would be or what attracted you to sign for the Mallard first of all?
I suppose we were asked to come up. I think it was the last game of the season, this previous season before we signed. Obviously, myself and Jay were invited up to meet Whitey and just to watch the game and that. So, from the minute we walked in the gate and seen the pitch and the facilities, we were kind of fairly well sold. And then after speaking to Whitey, Whitey kind of told us his plans and what he was hoping for the team and a bit about the team. And obviously, we'd seen them playing, so we were kind of keen to get involved, and we kind of more or less agreed there and then. And we're ready to go there for the start of pre-season the following season, and we were delighted to get on board.
Oh, very good. And if I go, that being said, Steve, I suppose if you could have played under any other manager, as you've said, Whitey brought you up, who would that have been, do you think?
Any manager in the world, is it?
Yeah.
I'd probably have to go for Guardiola. So I know he has unlimited funds and all the rest of the city, but the way his teams play and the way he gets players to buy into what he wants to do, it's hard not to be impressed by him. And he seems to be the type of manager that players love playing for. So I think I'd have enjoyed playing under him with I suppose the setup he has and the way he wants his teams to play. I think I'd enjoy that aspect, but also that he just seems like a manager that players enjoy playing for.
Aye, they definitely play football the right way, don't they?
They do, yeah.
So sort of the way his centre backs bring the ball out sort of reminds me the way you used to bring the ball out from centre back a couple of years ago.
Don't know about that now, but I'll take it, William. I'll take it.
Steve, next question for you. Could you tell us your proudest moments of your career? Both with ourselves and otherwise.
Yeah, I suppose a few little things that kind of jump into my head. Making my debut for Rovers, obviously, were my hometown teams like Rovers. So making my debut there was special. And then winning the first division with them was nice as well. To win a trophy with your hometown team. Getting capped at underage level was special as well. I suppose anyone that kind of grows up playing football with aspirations to do well and maybe turn pro has a dream of playing for the country. So that was nice to do that. And then obviously up with Mallard, playing wise, winning the championship, was brilliant. It was such a good season and such good people, both in the team and around the club. And it was brilliant to achieve that. And then obviously that kind of led us into the Premier League. So playing in the top division against the kind of bigger clubs up there was brilliant as well. And we had some really good days in Fernie, but also away from home. And then I suppose kind of following on from that, been involved with the backroom team. Obviously, the run to the cup final there in 2019. That was special as well. With some real people involved.
I was just thinking there, reiterating what you said. You really did have quite the career at the club, didn't you? Because if memory serves me right, you scored the goal down at home in the playoff against Stute to keep us in the league for a year or two.
Yeah, I don't know if on camera I can claim it. But I did jump with the fella who I think actually headed it in, a lad that was playing for Institute at the time. But at the time, I was given the credit, and I wasn't going around telling people I hadn't scored. So I do get the credit for it. But yeah, we hung on that year by the skin of our teeth. Institute had a really good side at the time and pushed us all the way. But thankfully, we kept the Ducks up that year.
Mm-hmm. Very good answer, and good that both aspects of the that's covered. Because moving on to the next question, I suppose, you've now moved on from us, unfortunately, Harry would say, and he does still say, because I'm in around that coaching staff now, Steve, as you know, that you are a big loss to the coaching setup there now, I suppose. But Emmett Friars and Steve's come in. Do you want to read, or Emmett Friars and Craig, I should say? Do you want to just let us know how your season with Sligo and that's going?
Yeah, so I suppose we're we're more or less halfway into our second season now with the Sligo Rovers women's team. Results wise hasn't been brilliant now. We've picked up one win just there in the last few weeks. So like obviously we'd like to have more points on the board at this stage, but in terms of I suppose a lot of things that have been put in place behind the scenes and off the pitch and even on the pitch, you know, we've a lot of players that would never have played in the league, like a lot of young girls that have come up through the youth teams and Sligo Rovers like this. You know, have been coached very well and have progressed up through the underage system into ourselves as a senior team. And like we've 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds, and 19-year-olds obviously have made their debuts, but also are regulars now in our team. Like, so it's brilliant to see them progressing every week, like, and seeing the improvements they're making. And there's a lot of work still to be done, you know, by all of us. But it's something that the club are really getting behind, and it's something that I'm enjoying, and it's something that we're all kind of pushing in the same direction, and we want, you know, to keep pushing it on and making Sligo Rovers a force to be reckoned with in women's football.
Yeah, and if memory serves me right, you have former Mallard youth player Casey Ho there now too. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right, William. Yeah, obviously when I took the job, one of the first girls that came into my head was Casey. Obviously, from my time up at Mallard, I would have actually seen Casey playing in a couple of underage games, but also heard so much about her. And I suppose she was someone that you kind of followed then in her career because of the Mallard link. So she was someone we thought about getting on to last year, but we kind of felt that it was unrealistic, you know, that we mightn't be a kind of prospect that she'd be willing to move down for. But at the end of last season, we got in touch with her to kind of see was it something she gave some thought to. So we obviously spoke to her then a few times, and thankfully we got Casey on board, and you know she's a fantastic footballer. Really good attitude. You know, just loves her football, like loves training, loves wanting, you know, wants to get better, wants to push on, and she's infectious from the team and the club in terms of her commitment and the desire she shows every week. Like so. We're really enjoying working with Casey at the moment.
Very good. It's good. It's good to hear, and I suppose too, it's really it is a testament to what our own youth coaches are doing. So it's good to hear that for both, because I know we now have our younger girls team up there, so hopefully they can all go on to have careers like Casey's having with yourselves at the minute.
Yeah, that will hopefully, yeah, because like if someone like Casey doesn't kind of inspire girls to go out and show what they can do, like, you know, no one will. Like, so it's brilliant, you know. Obviously be keeping an eye on Mallard, obviously the senior team, but also the youths, you know, boys and girls. So it's brilliant to see the work that's going on there with both the girls and the boys side of things. And I know the boys obviously won the under 18 final there recently as well, which was brilliant to see. So there's always been really good work done at Mallard underage, and it's great to see that it's continuing on, and I've no doubt it will, and it'll bring both individual success and team success, I'm sure, in the future.
Yeah, the future is definitely bright. Thanks, Steve, for giving up your time today to come and speak to us.
Not at all. Thank you, William, and best wishes to all involved with Mallard going forward.
No problem. Cheers, Steve.
Thanks, William.
Let me get this done.